Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am J.A. Dudley, and uh, what's today's date? Today is Sunday, September 12th, 2021. So much stuff going on in the news right now, and the thoughts of what has happened overseas with the withdrawal from Afghanistan, the botched plan that was, the how everything got started on false pretenses. It was like, oh, we got to get this guy, but let's just keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. No end goal in sight. No actual plan. They're saying that they're fighting terrorism. Uh, hey, you we can't be Team America World Police. That will never work uh, unless we have a heavy-fisted dictatorship, which that's what the United States seems to be doing, especially with their mandates and stuff. But I saw a lot of people sharing their stories about what is it? Where were they on September 11th, 2021, and made me think about the process of that day, how I experienced it. I was still living in Plainfield, New Jersey. I was working for Bell Atlantic Communications and something. I forgot what the rest of that name was. Baxi. It was a subsidiary of Bell Atlantic, where we did the inside work, and after 2 years we would go to the other side of the company and make the big bucks. That's what we were waiting on, even though we were making damn good money, almost what, $27 an hour, which was great. But on the other side, they were making $35, $40 an hour. So that's what we were looking forward to, but that's another story. I at that point, I believe I was past my 2 year mark. They did not transfer me over because they were like, "Oh, well, fiber optics is coming, and the copper side they're not hiring as many people." So I became a I don't even know what the best word would be, a an employee that did his own thing. I was listed as one of the top technicians in the state, which everyone was happy about. But I, like with every job, I made my own hours. I did what I wanted to do, and when I got all of my work done for the day, uh, meeting all of these people, going in their houses, repairing stuff, making it look immaculate, they would give me high honors, call my supervisor, call the company, actual write pinned out letters to the company, and then that would make its way, trickle its way down to me from my supervisor, that wow, you get all of these commendations. I wasn't asking for any of this stuff. It would just happen. But I'm going off real far on a tangent. September 11th, 2021. Me, I, I went to this diner called the White Star on the west end of Plainfield, and was in there eating my breakfast. A few of us technicians would meet up there. I was home garaging at the time, meaning I took the van home. And other technicians that went to the garage, they would leave there. We would all meet up there for breakfast. So we're in there. It's in a urban area, or the hood, which I grew up in. Wasn't that bad in comparison to so many other urban environments. But this guy ran in the door, seemed to be drunk or homeless or something like that. It said, "Oh, they just bombed the towers. They just bombed the towers," and then just ran out the door. Everybody looked around like, "What is he talking about?" People inside there, they turned on the TV, the radio, trying to figure out what was going on. And the newscasters didn't have an idea of what was going on. They said they weren't sure if it was a bomb. Some people were saying that it was a plane. They just weren't sure. So then I got my food to go, hopped in the van, and had this real eerie feeling. So I just went back home. I went back home, sat on the couch, turned on the TV. A few moments later, here comes another object flying into the second building, and it's like, wow, what is going on? Are we under attack? Is this the wake up call that I needed when I made the decision? Am I going to go into the Marines, or am I going to work for the telephone company? And I thought that it was God telling me as I was going into Marines, and then the opportunity for the telephone company come up, that no, you don't need to go that route. This is where I need you. Which, looking at where I am now, there was a plan that Yah had for me that I didn't understand back then. So I am sitting there dumbfounded, confused, like almost in a state of shock. Then I started receiving messages on my pager from my supervisor saying, "Hey, if you are not okay to work, it is okay to go home. No one knows what's going on. Stay safe out there." So I tried to get myself together, go to the first house that I was supposed to go to, and people didn't answer the door. Went to the second house, nobody answered the door. And then I went back home. I put the no access tags on there and tried to do my job, but still to that moment, nothing felt right. Went back home. And what was it? The next day, well, the next week, it was very awkward because you could hear a silence going over wherever you went. There's also a cloud of smoke that's in the air because we weren't too far from New York City. Then getting all of these reports from these buildings being destroyed, that being destroyed, pictures, images, and videos of people jumping out of the building. Are we at war? Who did this? Who's taking responsibility for this? It was just a whirlwind of information. Now, at that time I was on the internet. I think I had DSL internet, not dial-up, which that was a headache. But I had DSL internet and was just getting in all this information, trying to wade through what's real, what's not real. Then one day I'm in Warren, New Jersey. If anyone of you that are watching are actually from New Jersey, it's like on a mountain ridge. Then I'm up there on a telephone pole and I'm hearing this loud noise, not understanding what it was, like almost like a fan or something like that. Thinking maybe it's a street sweeper or something like that. It's like, it sounds close but far away. It wasn't making any sense. And I'm turning around the pole that I was on. I was able to see the smoke, like see into New York City, see the plume of smoke coming out from where the buildings fell, and then that fan gets louder. I turn and look, and there's a Harrier jet just cruising, like floating right past me, and I wondered if at that moment, because that was my dream jet to fly in the Marines, even though I got disqualified because of the leg surgery I had, and I would have never been able to fly it. Is that telling me that I needed to sign up to get into whatever fight the United States is about to get into? And I was just in a state of confusion, not knowing what I needed to do my part, except for continue to be a good person. I wanted to be the best employee that I could. I wanted to I wanted to be the best family member that I could. I wasn't a father yet. Then as time went on, I believe like 2 or 3 weeks after that, uh, Bell Atlantic found out that I didn't have a driver's license for a year, because I lost it. Not only street racing, well, it was from driving high speed up and down highways, eventually getting speeding tickets, doing a class, and then driving it in this one town. Because I was on this probationary thing, they let me keep my driver's license, and uh, I was doing 27 in a 25-mile-an-hour zone, and they gave me that speeding ticket in Highland Park, New Jersey, which put me on this whirlwind of where I ended up losing my driver's license, losing my job, becoming a semi-pro football player, becoming a professional fighter, doing all of these different things to then go back to the telephone company and end up where I am, well, becoming a truck driver and end up where I am now here in Oklahoma. Uh, it is these thoughts about my journey are always knowing that there could have been so many detours of where I could have been. I put in an application to New Jersey Transit to be a conductor. Didn't get that. I could have been in one of those subways, going back and forth to the city, getting trapped under the city, having the building collapse on me from there, not knowing what hit me. Uh, who knows where or what could have happened, but I know that I am grateful that I have I have knowledge of what happened, and I know where I am, what I need to be doing, and grateful that Yah spared my life to have me doing what I'm doing now. So, hopefully this story meant something. It means a lot to me. I'm all sweaty from stacking firewood and out here doing the things. But y'all have a great Sunday. Shalom.